Hi friends, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. So it's Monday, the 23rd of October. October is almost over. Can you believe it's almost Halloween? I don't really celebrate Halloween per se. I like to see kids dressed up in their costumes and looking all fun, and I definitely some of the adult costumes are super creative and fun. But I really don't dress up myself, and I don't go out and do anything because I don't need to. I'm an adult, and I'm a lazy adult. I don't want to walk anywhere. But Scott is generous enough to go get me candy if I want it from the grocery store. So there's that. Anyways, so this week, what did I do this past week? Well, I did 4 things. 4. I know that's not much. You guys always say, "Oh, you did a lot, Tiffany. You did a lot." No, to me, I don't feel like I did, but to you guys, I know you say I do a lot. So I will rephrase the I didn't do a lot and say, "Oh, wow, I completed a lot of stuff." Anyways, so Sunday, it was just yesterday, and you guys saw I worked on some of my triangle pieces, so they're the triangle cutoffs. When you make binding, you have, your little end from hooking them together on 45, sewing edge to edge, and you have a little triangle. I have binding cutoff pieces from many, many of quilts. I also have cutoff pieces from the stitch and flip when you do stars, when you do snowballing corners, when you do all sorts of things. I have tons of triangles, and little by little I had been working on them. So I said in last week's vlog, I it sits under my desk and I kick it every time I'm in here sewing. I kick that stupid box, and little by little, it was starting to overflow, and then I got to work on it. So Tuesday I worked on it as well. I made like 55 hourglass blocks out of it. So originally these were in bags, and I decided, you know what, the bags are overflowing and the top part was ripping on the Ziploc bag because they were so full. So I decided to move them to tubs. So here is 2 tubs right here, just like this, filled with hourglass. And you can see how tall these tubs are, just like this. And they are filled with my hourglass blocks. So there are a lot of repeats in there because I do take the colors, if you watched yesterday's video, and I put if a red one goes with a yellow and purple colored one, and I just stick them together and I think it looks good, then I'll piece the rest of what I have. And then the leftovers of, say, that yellow and purple color, I'll take that one towards the next one. So there'll be some mix up. My goal is eventually, I think it's like 2,500. I did the math on this and I totally forgot it and I don't want to do it again, but I think I need like 2,500 of these blocks to make a queen size quilt. That's my goal. So this is going to take years. This project is not going to be one of those things that just happens overnight. I have been working on it for years because this is years of me saving those triangle cutoffs. I did save them when I was sewing in the garage, and I don't know what happened to most of those, so whatever. But when I moved into the house, into this room, which has now been over 4 years, I've been just saving them like crazy and sewing them together to make hourglasses. And not all of the cutoffs make these hourglasses. Sometimes I take those cutoffs and make a secondary project towards the quilt that I initially made, or I use them some way, somehow in the back of the quilt or in the quilt somehow, or with it as pillow or whatever. So there's that. Speaking of pillows, so project number 3 this week that I completed is just that, a pillow. It's a pillow. And this time I can just hold it up right here and show you. Let's hold it like this way. It is a Christmas pillow. I quilted this pillow on my Juki here because I didn't need to load it on the long arm for what I did here. All I did was stitch down and I eyeballed it. So I eyeballed the center of this triangle. I eyeballed, I did the stitch in the ditch here and then eyeballed the center of this triangle and then stitch in the ditch here and so on and so forth, and then eyeballed in between there. And I made this lovely pillow. This is the back of the pillow. You reach in to get the pillow form out of the pillow. But this just is not any pillow, because this pillow holds a secret surprise inside of it that I completed this week. Let's reach inside. Okay, sound effects on. Woo-hoo. Get the pillow out of this pillow form. I'm working on it. Wow, I really put this thing in here, didn't I? Oh, let's get it. Come on, go that way. Okay, don't try this at home. There we go. Wow, what a workout. Okay, so I was so excited to tell you this isn't just any pillow. Oh, okay, there it is. Look at that. So it's out of the pillow form. You know, I realized just now that I probably should have made the junction between the two pieces a little bit closer together instead of so far apart. But hey, you know what? Whatever. Because guess what? Inside of there was a quilt. And it is a beautiful Christmas quilt. Let's hang this up so you can see the whole entire thing with all the beautiful quilting of Christmas trees and the lovely fleece back. Ooh, so soft. Let's hang this up and take a look. There it is. How easy was that? So this is a Christmas quilt. It's beautiful, right? It's very puffy too, because I did put batting between this quilt top and that fleece backing. So it's a little bit thicker, nice and warm and fuzzy, and it's got 80/20 in it too. So it's definitely got some loft to it. And it's super comfortable and cute. Oh, yes, it's definitely going to be so fun for a child to cuddle up to, or even an adult, because, you know, it's fitting up right here, this thing. It's fitting on my lap just beautifully. So soft. It's so soft. It really is. And the cool part is it folds a certain way and goes in here and becomes, you know, a pillow. So if you're not using it as a quilt, you can use it as a pillow. But that's cute, right? I like it. And I made this top, I don't even know how long ago I made this top, probably last Christmas. I pieced it together for the video and said, oh, hey, yay, done. And then it hung in the closet waiting for me to do that to it. So there is that. What else? What else? Let's clean this mess up real quick. Well, let's clean it up. Okay, it's just thrown on the desk. Perfect. Actually, I think before I quilted that, I had this star, and I'll just pull it up on the screen. There it is. I had this star from a friend, donated to me to do as I wish. She really didn't like the colors at all. She was like, yeah, here, Tiffany, this is, you can have this. But look what I did to it. Let's zoom in. Ooh, that quilting is great, isn't it? I had fun. It's just like 27 by 27 or something like that. I don't even know. So it's a wall hanging or a tabletop or whatever you want it to be. I had fun with the quilting on it. Let's take a look at the back. Hey, look at that. The magic of computer editing. The back looks even more fantastic than the front. Wow. Did I say that out loud? My friend knew what she was talking about when she donated this to me, I guess. Anyways, so there's that. Beautiful, right? I had fun with it. I always have fun with quilting anything because, well, I like to quilt. It's not my favorite step because I like step 1, choosing fabric. Step 2, a pattern. Step 3, chopping fabric. Step 4, putting the fabric back together. Step 5, quilting. And step 6, binding. That's probably not all the steps, but hey, I like them all. So, I know I'm getting a little weird, right? But you guys are laughing at me, which is good because laughter is the best thing for all of us. All right, so what did I do next? Well, I quilted, well, let's just say like 5, 6 so Sundays ago, maybe. I don't even know because I don't count, but I'll put it in the description below. I made a Weave It quilt from my memory. It's, you know, I'm pretty sure you guys could probably do it too now, all of you who have pieced the Weave It quilt. It's just like embedded in your memory. It's so easy that you make a ton of them because they're so easy to make. And it's got a wow factor. Well, let's take a look at this wow factor. Bam! Okay, look at that. It's done. And I quilted it with a sloppy feather. So not just any, like I made a spine, and sooner or later the video will come up close so you can see. I made a spine, and then I made a double bump feather. So it's where you come out, double bump, that's 2 bumps on your feather, and then come back in on itself, then come back out, 2 bumps, and come back in. Now I did a sloppy double bump feather. I didn't want them to be any uniform. I didn't want it to look super perfect. I didn't want perfection. I wanted fun and a little on the sloppy side, purposely so that it goes with the prints on the fabrics, on the batiks. Like they all have this weird, most of the fabrics have a leaf or something on them that kind of just isn't perfectly formed or whatever. So I went with a sloppy feather. And I had fun with it. And the back really radiates the color from the front. It's a green, so it goes with the green. Since I did the borders in a purple, why not make the back green? So I did this week, and then isn't it? It's just great. I love it. It came out perfect. And from my memory, even well, the only thing I had to do was look at a picture on the video during making the video when I did the live stream. But other than that, I was able to do it, and it came out amazing. You would never know that I pulled out some of those colors in the top. I pulled out pieces so that I can insert the purple border color. I inserted that in place of another color because the other color I don't think went with that very well, went with the charm packs that I used. So I replaced them with the color from the border, which makes it look like perfect. It matched like beautifully. It was like it was supposed to be in the charm pack, but they didn't put it in the charm pack because, so sometimes you have to do that if you want to match your border to your charm packs. Yeah, so there's that. It's done. I don't remember how big this came out because this time I did it with a border, with borders instead of without borders, which are my originals, which were like 52 inches. I think this one was 66 by 66. I'm not 100% sure. And I don't feel like measuring it, but there that is. And I love it. I love it. I want to keep it. Like I'll sell it because I don't have no use for it around my house anyway, because I have quilts just everywhere. Anyway, there's that. So I managed to get all 4 projects. Well, I can't say done for the first project because I'm still working on those hourglasses, and I'll be working on them for a long time. Yep, yep, that's right. But anyways, I did manage to get 4 projects done and ready to move on to the next. Oh, I did make backing for a quilt this week too. So technically I did 5 things, if you think about it. So I got quilt backing ready for another quilt, but I have been staring at this other quilt for this whole time, and I'll just tell you what it is. It's the rainbow, always chasing rainbows pattern that I did 3 episodes on just recently. I'll put a link to video 1 in the description of this video, but I have been staring at it, and I'll even take you to it. Ready? Look at this. It's right there on the floor of the closet. Well, it's not on the floor. It's on boxes and batting, but it's literally just sitting there waiting for me to say, oh my God, that's what I want to quilt on it. In reality, I haven't had that yet. I'm waiting for it to happen. It's there somewhere. It just hasn't come out. So I don't know when I'm quilting on it, so I don't know when I'm going to quilt it. I was hoping to quilt it this week, like literally before this video, but again, that woohoo hasn't come to me yet and told me what to do. So I'm still contemplating. So stay tuned for that one. Let's see, what else? Anything else? Anything else? Looking around the room? Nope, nothing new. Nothing has changed. I haven't done anything extra. So that's all I've done. Yeah. Nope. I'm looking. I'm still looking. Like sometimes things pop out and I go, oh yeah, I did do that. I did do a mail opening this week because I had mail. It was a fun one. I'll put a link to that in the description below. I opened that on Saturday and had some postcards. Yeah, that's the word. I had some postcards from random places all over. So that was awesome. Definitely fun mail. I definitely enjoy opening mail for all you guys to see. And for those of you that ask, because I know people ask, they email me and ask, if you want to send me mail, it's in the description below every single video and on my About Me page. That's where my P.O. Box address is listed if you want to send a postcard, so, or anything else, because I'm not telling you to, but if you wanted to, again, I get emails and requests all the time. So just thought I'd let you guys know in advance, you know. All right, so I'm drawing this video out, I'm looking around. What else can I draw it out with? I have nothing. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. So anyway, thank you guys, all of you, every single one of you out there in YouTube world. I want to give you all a big hug. Hopefully enjoyed your week. And I know I did mine, and I got to have fun making all sorts of things. Well, quilting all sorts of things and working on a couple other things. But I would really like to get to, I have a t-shirt quilt that I really need to do. I need to just suck it up and do it like soon. So that might be next on the list of, things I need to film. A t-shirt quilt. I don't know if I told you guys this, but t-shirt quilts drive me crazy. I still do them because they're fun, but they do drive me crazy. I think it's the prep. It's the prep work. Anyways, enough said. Let's just get off of here now. Bye, everybody. Have a great week.